Hey guys, Crafty here. Today, welcome to another video. Oh my goodness, I haven't done a commentary in so long. Sorry about that. But yeah, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I am going to be showing you a little bit of a guide on how I edit my speedruns. By the way, just in case you know, I am using the VSDC free video editor. The link will be in the description below if you want to follow the same steps I use in this guide with the same editor. And it's free. There's no watermark or anything, so that's what I like about it. And yeah, so basically, welcome to this video. If you don't know how to time your runs, then this is the perfect video for you. Because I am going to try to show you how, at least I'm going to try. So, basically how I edit my runs. First, I go to my, of course, I insert video. I'm just going to pick some random speedrun. I wouldn't really call it a speedrun at all. It's just me finishing a map, just for the sake of timing it. So let's see how to run or whatever. The first thing I would do, of course, if you record sound, if you don't record sound, this doesn't apply to you. But I would go to audio effects, special, and epic silence. So all the sound in that video is down. Well, it's completely muted. So now you want to go to the exact, remember, exact frame where you start moving. Unless you're using Warper, then the exact frame where the, the leaderboard shows up. So a good starting point will be 0.0 seconds. Look for the frame you first move. Try to not make any mistakes. And when you see that chat is no longer silenced, then that's probably either close or the game's already started. So now that we managed to get a hold of the frame that we start moving, we get our timer. We put our timer down and click OK. Let's put our timer, make sure it's equal with the lines, because it'll really help you in this one. Trust me, I know. Okay, there we go. So there's our timer. It starts there, but the problem is it goes all the way here. We want to shrink it down to where the run ends. So the round already ended here because I already set the game. Let's put it here. Already won the game at that point. So I go there. Just put timer a little bit more this way. And that, I'm going to go to the frame where your leaderboard first appears. And that is the frame where your leaderboard first appears. Let me adjust the timer here because this is not very good. There we go. So the time is 106.046. Okay. Now what you want to do, I want you to print screen that time. You should see print screen button on your keyboard. And if it says print screen on top of a button and it's a different color, then you probably want to press FN. You want to hold FN while pressing print screen. It depends on what kind of keyboard you use, if you're using a laptop or a desktop. So press print screen. I want you to open the editor that you're most comfortable with. The any photo editor. Microsoft Paint will do, to be honest. Now paste that image. Zoom completely in. Well, not completely in, but as much as you can to cover as much of the timer as you can. Then you want to cover the whole timer. There you go. And you want to crop that. Save images and name it. Oh, sorry, the microphone there. Name it whatever you can name it. Timer. I'm just gonna name it some random stuff because this isn't really speedrun. Okay. So now we have our image. We're gonna add our image. We're gonna get our timer. You should look where my random letters are, and we want to match it to where it is. Keep in mind that it is not completely ready yet. We're not done editing yet. Now, about that, we haven't removed the background yet. So what we're going to want to do is to go all the way back to the start of the video. Just so we go to the start of the video we're selecting. Click the thing itself, the timer, and go to this little tab right here. Now click on video effects transparency, background remover, click OK, and click this, get color from scene, then click on the background of the timer, and it should remove that background. Now I want you to go to the end of it, the picture of the end of the timer, background remover, and get color from scene. Do that again. Now, here is a tip I go by. If you really want your timers to be perfect with each other, just to look perfect, a quick tip I use, I might want to put background remover all the way there. See that? I want you to match both of the timers so it just looks like there's one timer. As close as you can. That should be fine. Now, go to the frame where there's only one. So make sure to select it and then make sure where it disappears. That's the frame where it disappears. So go to the frame where it appears. Get this timer all the way there. Then you have the timer on the frame before the picture starts. Now we're going to want to shrink the video because we don't want to include another game. So that should be simple enough. About the end of the game, around anywhere basically. Just do that and do that. Yeah, simple. And after that, it's you're basically done with editing the video, unless you want to add a song of some sort. If you can add a song, but I'm not really gonna get into that because I mean it's really your choice what kind of song you put in or all that stuff you want to do to like do fade in and fade out. In fact, if you really want to make it look slightly better, you can fade in and fade out your videos. I do not recommend fading in your timer because that is kind of that's not good. Okay, so now you're done editing your video, make sure to like just watch it. Make sure there's if there's anything funny, just check the end. Just check the end part. To see if the ending of the timer looks good. A transition from the timer video itself and the image is going to be a little bit choppy depending on how strong your CPU is. Mine, unfortunately, isn't very strong. So that looks pretty good. Now that we're done with it, we're going to want to render the video. So we're going to go to Export Project. So it's automatically going to... It depends on what thing you use, but I want you to put it at 1280 by 720. That's a recommended one for HD. Then it's not going to let you change your bitrate. It's going to set it to the bitrate of your original video. We don't want that because it could be too big of a file. So we're going to set it to 6000. That is what I usually set mine to. And really, it doesn't really matter as long as it's as long as it doesn't ruin the quality of your video overall. If you record in 60 FPS, then you can set it to 60 FPS, but you can't set it here. Frame rate can only be set to whatever at the start, and even then, it's pretty tricky to change things. So yeah, now that you're about done with editing your video, just apply profile, make sure everything is okay, rename your project from project 1 to whatever you want to call it. And of course, convert files to render your video. Make sure it's on the desktop. That's where I like it. That's where I like to put it. It's really your own preference. Whether like for your easy access to upload, you can just drag it to the upload folder. So to render the video, you press convert files. If the output file already exists, so let's say I have a speedrun there, I might want to rename it. Just a tip. So yeah. So once you render your video, you're ready to go. You're ready to upload it. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is how I time my speedruns. The links will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching.